Hey guys, Christina here. Today is day 3 of vlogging, and the point that I want to share or talk about is this point that I was just looking at in some writing. It's like 9 o'clock at night, and I knew I had to vlog again because I've decided to do 30 days of vlogging. So before I decided to start vlogging, I decided to do a 15-minute free write of writing, which is where you just basically like set a timer for 15 minutes is what I did, and you just start writing for 15 minutes and you don't stop. Even if you don't have anything to write, it's just a point of like getting out whatever is in your head or inside of you and just like getting it out. So it's almost like emptying yourself. But what I was looking at while I was writing was it's almost like getting through the surface stuff so that you can get into the deeper stuff that's actually here for you to consider and to look at. So I was writing and I was just looking at this point of the 30 days of vlogging in a way as my way of doing like a free write of like just putting my pen to the paper and just writing for 15 minutes. So I'm just putting the recorder on for 30 days and just recording unconditionally without judgment, knowing that it is maybe a lot of surface stuff that will come out, meaning it might be stuff that doesn't have like a deeper meaning, or it might be stuff that isn't really relevant or that doesn't really matter, but it's a point of practicing and getting myself in the habit of communicating on the vlog and sharing myself basically every day. But I guess more specifically, the point that I'm looking at is getting all that surface stuff out, because what I want to do is create like a baseline in terms of really seeing my expression without any of these like personality characteristics I've seen in myself when I vlog, like wanting my hair to look perfect and wanting my face to look perfect and wanting to be expressing myself very confidently and wanting to like be the perfect image and like wanting people to see me in a certain way. Like that to me, that's like this like personality type that I want to drop and get to a deeper part of myself that's more natural, which is I can see myself in those moments with people that I'm comfortable with. You know, I'm able to express just unconditionally without fear or wanting to put up a facade or wanting to put on a presentation. So the 30 days of vlogging for me is that point of wanting to create a baseline so that I may be in moments triggered to act certain ways based on fears or insecurities about vlogging. But in time, the idea is that the more consistent I am with it, the more I see the baseline of who I am within it. It's kind of like when my partner and I first started dating, it was actually online. So we would chat every day, like texting or like messaging, and then we would eventually evolve into Skype chatting. But every day we would talk and we created this baseline for ourselves so that we knew when one of us was in a reaction. We were starting to be able to identify when we weren't clear in our communication, when there was something influencing how we were communicating, whether it be both of us or one person. We created this baseline of how we communicated with each other, that anytime there was something external or internal influencing us to not be unconditionally here and present and communicating and expressing, we would be able to identify that. So that essentially is what I'm wanting to create with the vlogging. And also because, and I've said this before, I just see so much potential in sharing. Also for myself, just, you know, being able to just communicate without judgment, to be able to share myself without judgment. Because I hold a lot of judgments towards myself, and so I hold a lot of judgments towards other people. And I know that life is not about judgment. Life is not about right or wrong. It's about how we're taught to be and how we're taught to express. And you know, this is stuff that's comes from, you know, very young in our childhood, where we learn what's right and what's wrong and what's good and what's bad. And I am so I see so much of like how I define everything in that polarity, when I want to be able to just share myself without any judgments. Obviously I can do that. I learned how to do that in writing, you know, facing that stuff in my own writing and like identifying where I'm judging myself or for what I'm doing or not doing. But then to also be able to share it publicly, it's like I'm really challenging that aspect of like fearing other people judge me, you know, to share stuff about myself that maybe I judge. To put that out there is like really challenging this point of like, judgments are useless. They're useless. They don't help anyone. And so I'm just attempting to expand myself in this process and to learn about myself in this process and to hopefully support other people in this process. And, you know, why not? I feel like if I don't push this point with vlogging within myself, for whatever reason it's coming up, if I don't push that, I will regret it. And so I'm just kind of trusting myself and taking that first step. And to me, that first step is 30 days of vlogging, to get myself in that habit and to face all the insecurities and the fears and the ideas about it, and to kind of get through that initial gunk, you know, to find what's beneath it all and what's really here to be able to express. So I think that's it for my day 3 sharing, and thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll continue on.